Before you say,
Aiya, credit score only ma. Why do we need so much loan?
trust me, you will need it one day. Just because you have not reached that stage of your life today doesn't mean it's not important. And that is exactly where having a good credit score will come in handy for you to get faster loan approval for, say, the property you like, or heck, personal loans during big emergencies, or business loans, because, well, it's always good to have more credit standby for you even though you might not need it today. But before we even go there, do you know that one of the main reasons banks always decline loan applications is because of poor credit scores? And here's a simple explanation. A credit score is essentially a 3-digit number, typically between 300 and 850. You can see it like your finance report card for banks and lenders to determine your ability to repay your loan, be it from credit cards, personal loan, car loan, house loan, etc. And you may have also heard of terms like CTOS and CCRIS too, right? CTOS stands for Credit Tip-Off Service, and CCRIS stands for Central Credit Reference Information, CCRIS, and they are basically credit reporting agencies, CRAs, that collect credit information on individuals like you and I, and also companies. Then what do they do with this information? They provide this information to the banks and lenders when you want to apply for loans. So now the question is, how are your credit scores calculated? But wait, just before we dive further into everything you need to know about credit scores in Malaysia, understanding your own financial health is also crucial for a secure future. And speaking of securing your future, let's talk about another important aspect of your financial journey: investing. If you are somewhat thinking about investing and unsure which broker to use, let me quickly introduce you to Interactive Brokers, a very reputable and well-regulated stockbroker that comes with an extremely cheap brokerage package where you only need to pay 35 cents for each trade. And it also offers fractional shares trading and accepts 24 different currencies worldwide. Pretty amazing, right? If you're interested, feel free to use my link in the pinned comment down below to open an Interactive Brokers account for yourself. Alright, let's get back to the video. Now, remember how I said earlier that your credit score is calculated based on your past borrowing records?
What?
That's essentially the main logic. And according to CTOS, there are 5 factors that influence the final CTOS credit score, each carrying different weightage. Firstly, your payment history has the biggest impact, as it takes up the highest percentage of 45% of your total score, basically taking into account whether you have been paying off your debts like credit cards, your PTPTN student loan, and any other loans on time, or if you have missed any payments in the past. So always pay off the full amount and don't miss any payments. And next, the second most important component at 20% is how much you owe to the banks or lenders, aka credit utilization. For example, if you have a credit limit of 10,000 ringgit and you have used up 5,000 ringgit, your credit utilization stands at 50%, and you are generally advised to maintain below 30% for a better credit score. Okay, now for the third one, do you know that it's actually a good thing to have more than one credit facility? What do I mean by that, right? Well, just like how you should diversify your investment, you should ideally have different types of credit facilities with you, like credit cards, housing loan, or car loans. And this is because CTOS also takes into consideration whether you have a mix of different types of credit, which takes up 14% of your total score. And this shows that you can manage a few different types of credit accounts responsibly over time. But just a note here, don't just apply for them and don't pay back on time lah, then that's a totally different story lah. And next, another 14% of the total score is the amount of new credit accounts. Why? Well, think about it. If you suddenly apply for so many cards left and right in a single month, banks will definitely feel suspicious about it, and they might think that, okay, you might have cash flow issues already. So the idea here is, don't be going around different shopping malls and applying for all the credit cards you can see just to get those extra free gifts and you know like you, right? So you are technically selling away your personal details plus hurting your credit score as well. And lastly, the final component that makes up 7% of your total score is the length of your credit history. If you have a long history of repaying all of your loans on time, it would only make sense for banks to want to lend you money again, right? Well, that's simple logic, and generally a good score would range somewhere from 697 to 850. But having said that, right, a lower credit score is not the end of the world, because banks and lenders will also take other factors into consideration, like your relationship with them, your monthly income, and also your employment history. So here are some tips on how you can improve your credit score. Firstly, limit your requests for new credit applications and try keeping your credit utilization as low as possible, because as mentioned earlier, frequent applications for new credits can signal to the banks that you are in need of money, hence damaging your credit score, and a credit utilization above 30% is generally not so advisable. And next, think twice before cancelling your old credit cards, because doing so will completely erase your good payment history and you will need to build it up again from scratch. Also, cancelling your credit cards will increase your credit utilization ratio. Now let's say you have 3 cards totaling up to 50,000 ringgit credit limit, but when you cancel one, it drops to say 25,000 ringgit, and when you spend say 5,000 ringgit, your previous credit utilization ratio is 10%. But with now the lower limit, the ratio jumps to say 20%. But of course, if a card is costing you significant annual fees and it's sitting idle, then by all means cancel it. And lastly, this is a no-brainer. Don't ever miss your payment, since this aspect makes up 45% of your credit score. So ensure timely payments. Even better if you can clear your outstanding balance as soon as possible before the 30 days billing cycle. That's just my personal preference, and you don't want to be paying that extra for the high interest also, right? And if possible, make it a habit to review your credit reports periodically. Not only does it help you understand your credit position, but it's also a safety net against potential identity theft or fraud. Any unfamiliar names or ID numbers on your credit score report, that's a red flag already, and you can report it to CTOS right away. And just before I end this video, I would like to quickly show you how to check your credit score on CTOS. We have two options here, My CTOS Basic Report and also My CTOS Score Report, which can be easily accessed via the CTOS online portal after signing up for yourself. And by the way, in case you have missed it, you can also get your CTOS reports through your Touch and Go e-wallet app too. The basic report is free, but it only provides limited information like your score, business information, litigation info, and also bankruptcy status. But if you ask me, it's better to just pay for it at about 26 ringgit to access the full CTOS report, as you can get more info like a summary of your score, your credit details such as credit applications, your company profile in section B if you have any, like your SSM information, and also your banking payment history in section C, which covers your latest credit card or loan information. And the same report also includes CRAs details, so you don't have to access the CRAs portal separately for the report. And you will also find your litigation information in section D, and the trade referee listing, where non-banking monthly payment details like the telecommunications payments are also presented in section E. Super comprehensive report to understand your financial health much more better. And separately, for your CRAs details, you can also obtain that for free at the eCRAs website by Bank Negara Malaysia. Just sign up, log into your account, go to the enquiry section, then select self-enquiry individual, and that will do the trick. But note that you won't be able to check your credit score over here. This report only shows all your credit cards and also your loan information. Alright, I hope this video have been helpful to you, and if it did, please a quick tap of the like and subscribe button down below will help me out a lot. And please feel free to share this video to your friends and family. I'm sure they will appreciate the information and research that I have put together over here. And with that said, good luck perfecting your credit score. Thanks for watching, and as usual, I will see you in the next one.